This is the whole point, and I feel like being cringe is the whole point. Hear me out, guys. I'm coming in terms of this cringeness and what was cringe and everything. And I feel like as a human being, I feel like it's a very normal feeling to just feel cringe in a lot of things that we do, especially if you're only just starting at first. So for me, I know for sure there's been moments where I feel so cringe to even just be making this video, like a cringe for just even starting something because it feels so new, or cringe because I have never done this, so it's just a new territory for me, and now I'm just like, what am I doing? What am I doing? But I feel like this is the whole point, literally the whole point of living. Because if you don't get to experiment, or if you don't get to do new things, how are you gonna know you're doing, like, how are you gonna know you're improving as a person? So when it comes to this talk of like, oh, is this cringe or is this not cringe? A lot of times I try to take myself out of the whole equation of just being cringe, and also just like, deciding what I want to be in that moment so that it doesn't sound cringe. And I feel like right now I am literally just talking to myself. I am literally just talking to myself because I feel like if I want to go further, or I want to improve myself in a lot of ways that I want to improve myself, like at the moment I'm really in this phase where I want to become a full-time content creator. And if you don't know anything about content creating, guys, it's so cringe. It's so cringe, especially in the beginning. Like, I feel like I'm a very small content creator at the moment, and even more smaller on YouTube, where I am trying to grow as much as I can, especially this year. So you can imagine how cringe I feel every time I have to like film a video like this, or like anytime I have to post a video. But I have been creating content on other platforms as well. I have been creating on TikTok, especially Instagram and Facebook, and all of this content, or like my content, I have gotten a lot of comments that I did not even realize were actually anything of helpful. Like, of course I do content, and most of my content are really around traveling, food, meeting people, and things like that. And that is like the whole thing I love about myself, and the whole thing I just enjoy doing. So it's so easy for me to make these videos. It's so easy for me to just like create content and put them out there. But being able to get those feedbacks from people who are able to come and say, oh, I watched this and I love it so much, or I watched this and it's really helpful. Or like when I'm giving travel tips and people are like, oh, I didn't know this about the Philippines, or I didn't know this about Thailand, I didn't know this about Vietnam, and now they're aware of that. That for me is the whole point of even me making videos like that. So when I get those videos or like those comments, it really shows like, yeah, it can be cringe when I'm trying to post this video, but it's gonna be so helpful to someone who is out there trying to make it, or trying to find a place to go, or someone who is on the research of trying to see where they can go, what they can explore when they go there, or things like that. And for me, it's just like the whole cringiness of things. It's only cringe when you don't get, when you don't feel like it's helpful, or like when you're still posting, and I'm now really embracing the cringiness stage, because I can't even lie, on my YouTube I'm very much in the cringiness stage, where I'm like, I know exactly what I'm saying, I know exactly what I'm offering, I know exactly what I'm here for. But also it's still so cringe to be able to realize that I'm gonna make this video and no one is gonna watch. Like, obviously. And obviously I don't blame anyone. Obviously, who am I gonna blame? Nothing. I've said that so much, obviously. But also I just want, like, yeah, it's really like no one can watch, and that's a choice. And it's like, I do not want to be sitting here blaming myself, like, oh no, maybe it's this, or maybe it's that, maybe it's that, because I am truly and honestly doing the best that I can. Being able to make even these videos, like me being able to even start this series, I put it off so long because I was just like, oh, what am I even gonna be saying? But then I was like, if it's called the whole point, is that not the whole point of just being here, turning on the camera and just talk? Like, is that not the whole? point of this. And honestly, so now I'm really just in this stage where I am embracing cringiness, and I just want to be able to post what I want, say what I want, and it just be out here living my life the way that I believe is true and the way that I know is true to myself and everything that I do in this life. So yes, guys, I think the whole point of life is really cringe. Literally, remember the first time you did something new? Like, I remember even going to school, you know, when you go actually, this is so funny because I always used to be so cringe when we go on a break when we were in high school, let's say high school, and we go on a break and then we have to come back to school. That first day always was so cringe because you don't know how many new people are gonna be at school, or you don't know like how your friends like are, even though you're still in contact during that break. Most of my friends, I never used to see them outside of school, so it always used to feel so cringe to be able to start over again and just like start the whole conversation, like I mean start the whole, like, you know, physical friendship thing, because most of the time when I were on a break, yeah, I would just be chatting and talking on messages and everything or videos, but it's not as the same as physical, right? So it would feel so cringe just being able to go back to school again. Even though I've already known the student, the student or the teachers, it still feels so cringe. And even in this stage of also starting a career, or just like a stage of this where I am personally with the content creating, as I said, it's so cringe, especially when you don't even have subscribers who are able to even see your content, or you don't even have any like followers who are able to comment or who are able to kind of see the value that you're offering. Even though you're very sure that you're offering a value, but because there's no one who is actually getting those values you're trying to get out there, or at least there's no one that is trying to give you like, oh yeah, like I'm here, hi, you know, it still feels so cringe. And I feel like if we don't embrace this cringeness stage, I don't think there'll be anything that I can be able to make out of this. Because if it's the cringiness that I'm scared of, and I don't get out of this cringiness stage, or like I don't do a lot to get out of this cringeness, how am I gonna be able to improve? Like, how am I gonna be able to even go beyond the cringiness stage? So I am making this video, maybe I can be also able to come back and look every time I feel cringe, because honestly, even I literally am just like, guys, come on now, come on, I just want to turn on my camera and talk. But whenever I also am just like, is this cringe? Like, ugh, it's so cringe, but also who cares? Like, who cares? I am literally just talking to myself right now, guys, because I literally feel so cringe, especially when it comes to my YouTube. Literally right now, it's just like, yeah, I'm cringe out most of the time. I'm cringe out, especially with this type of content. Like, I don't mind the vlogs for me work so well. I enjoyed making the vlogs so much, but even those ones, yeah, it's still cringe in a way when I'm posting, and it's just like, oh my god, I'm literally sharing my whole life, what am I doing, like, it still feels so cringe. But honestly, as I said, like, the whole point of this series is just like me trying to prove something to myself, and I feel like the more I'm scared to do that, the more I will never improve. So if this is the whole point, then cringiness is literally the whole point of this. So be out there, go out there, be cringe. Let's all be cringe together, because yeah, my lord. Guys, yeah, that's literally it. I will continue posting, and honestly, I'm literally gonna post this video right now so that I do not think too much about it. I don't even overthink about it. I just want to get it out there, and then I'll be able to come back and continue watching it every time I feel cringe. So, oh my god, this is so nice to get it out there. What the hell?